Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Monique. Welcome to Medora Budgets. I like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. If you are rocking with me on this journey, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future, family, and finances so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact us in the future. Today is, got my watch on, Saturday, May the 30th. No, May? Lord, August 30th. August 30th. You will see this video on Monday, which I think is Labor Day. Okay, so happy Labor Day, everyone. I hope that you all are getting an opportunity to rest. All right, so we are here today to do an expense tracking. Let me get to my budget traveler's notebook. So we're gonna pull this one out. I'm gonna sit this over to the side because I may need it. I'm just gonna push it over there, and let's bring the calculator down. So we are here to do our expense tracking for the expenses that we have from, where's the dates? August the 22nd, which is Friday, because we run this, our calendar starts on a Monday now instead of a Sunday. So Friday to, it was supposed to be Thursday the 28th, but I actually think I covered all of the expenses for the 29th as well. We're going to take a look at that now. Yep, that's what happened. I'm going to come in just a bit. There you go. Can you see? I think you can see like that. All right. So here we are. These are the expenses that we had. And I am going to need to wrap all of these amounts up and then come up with whatever this total is. I don't have a page for the total. I can just put the total down here, and I can still use this page for next week, because before it goes into the actual budget itself that we've already done. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. All right. So one of the things I will mention is that for the week of, or for the paycheck I received on August the 22nd, that runs through September the 4th. Remember, I am doing not only the budgeted amount, but also the allocated amount. If I allocated a specific amount in the digital cash envelopes within the YNAB application, but then I also want to keep track of how much I spend. Sometimes those numbers match up, sometimes they don't. So I want to make sure that I'm capturing that here, because I am going to start considering the rollover amounts that I have. I do waver between the having the change added, but I think I need to have the change, continue to capture the change in all cases, because I think that's how YNAB does it, right? You can't, if the amount costs $8.99 and you say $9, they want to know where that penny at. So they be in your business. All right. So a couple of these I may have to go in and change. For example, I think this was one, which is what made me think of it. I think this wasn't $9. It was $8.99. So I think I am going to have to go in and add some change amounts here. But I am tracking my inflow, my sinking funds, sweets as well, and then the other amounts. I cashed in upside. I also had, that was upside. I think the $10 was upside, and it might have been some change on that. So I need to make sure I add that in there. And then the $16.15 was for a purchase that I needed to make for my son-in-law. He needed some straws. And so he manages a club as well. He has a lot of jobs. But he needed some straws, so I ordered those for him. And so I captured that charge over here, but it wasn't my expense. So I wanted to make sure I got the money in, and then I sent the money on to Amazon to cover the cost. You'll also eventually see, I don't have it written here, but I sold another thing on Mercari. So yay. Now, what I did not realize about Mercari, I know this is off topic, but I just need to get it out, is that it really is about negotiation. Like, so they tell you, here's your starting price, but what's your bottom price as well? And then we'll slowly take money off of it and show it at a discounted rate with a tag that says discounted over time, because that might help to pique interest for people. And I did not want to do that. My price is my price as far as I was concerned. But I did decide to take advantage of the free shipping. And so that was something they said, tends to work as far as adding an extra advantage to why someone needs to take your product versus someone else who may be selling the same thing. So I offer my products at the base price with and I price them to sell as far as I'm concerned. So this Traveler's Notebook leather with an insert inside. You've got 3 strings on the outside, and I charge $20, and that includes shipping as well. In my mind, that's a good deal. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, it'll stay there forever. Well, somebody countered and offered $16 for it. I'm like, what? What is this countering? So I counted back 18, and then she counted back 17, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. So that's what I did. But I didn't realize it. So when I post these shirts, these tops that I have, they're brand new with the tags on them, but I am going to price them with negotiation in mind versus pricing them to sell and just leaving that price the same. So you live and you learn, but Mercari allows you to sell the product, then you ship the product. When the product is received, the customer makes comments and rates the product and says that it is exactly what they were expecting it to be, and then you get paid. So I am still waiting for that amount to come in, but that's where we're at. I have made another sale and I'm excited about that. I am documenting here budget, allocated, and then how much I actually spend, or budgeted, allocated, and then how much I actually had as the inflow as well. And we'll see where we are come Thursday, right before I get paid on the 5th. All right, so then let's talk about the expenses that we have overall. And I'll use this flow tune as a way to document those. Let's stick my calculator right there and we should be good to go. So it looks like the categories that I have planner, sinking fund as one of the categories, apparently. That's how much I shopped. Food, I have bean, sinking fund. I have home. I have gas. And I have home, gas, food, home, food, deposit, food. I do have a miscellaneous. Planner and food. Okay, that's it. I think that's everything captured. All right, so let's start with the planner sinking fund. I did order the information or the items from Goulet Pen Company. You guys would have seen my unboxing on that, and you would have seen me with my host. I decided not to have my host today. I needed to get some work done, and he had me with some high anxiety trying to go through my unboxing 2011, but I might have him join me in unboxings going forward. That was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed spending that time with Bean. All right, so planner things, sinking funds, I took $56.44 overall for that. All right, for food, I had vanilla syrup. I ordered from Amazon. That's $7. I've got $72.29 from Kroger, $6.37 Starbucks, $11.45. That was from Starbucks to $50 at IHOP. That was me and sweets for Sunday. $6.37. Got coffee again. $43.04. So this was, I did cook on Wednesday. So one of the ins and outs that I had, what I wanted to have come in was me cooking on $43.04 plus $5.35. I just want to get these prices down while they're in my mind, hit equal. All right, so I spent $201.87 on food. All right, so I think you guys can see that. Yeah. So I forgot what I was trying to say. Oh, no, I did. Now I remember. Okay, so ins and outs. So in my September reset, I told you guys that I was going to start cooking on Wednesday, which I did. I cooked this past Wednesday, and that was awesome because that ended up being, I think, a no-spend day for me if that was the 25th. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yep, that was a no-spend day for me on the 25th. Nope, the 27th was a no-spend day. So that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yes, Wednesday, no spend day on that one. I had a no spend day on Monday as well. But I did cook on that Wednesday. And so I was like, okay, we're doing good. Well, Thursday comes around. Sweets wasn't able to come home. His son had a football game and he forgot about it. He needed to stay in the Carolinas to make sure that he could go to that game. And I didn't have any more groceries. So after I got off work, I was like, I don't know what we're going to do. So we did go ahead and eat out. So what I do need to do is I need to come up with some quick staple meals that I always have available in the fridge and in the cabinets, in the cupboards, to make sure that I always have a quick meal that I can pull out. Even if it's a couple of pizzas, my refrigerator is fixed now. So maybe even just taking a couple of frozen pizzas and putting them up in there. Something just in case this type of thing happens again. Sweets is not able to get back. I want to be able to pull stuff out of our that we already have purchased as a grocery versus having to go out and eat. So that is some more planning that I need to do for that. But overall, from the 22nd through the 29th, spent $201.87. All right. Bean had here $26, and that was from Amazon, where I had to buy the piping, the buffer, not buffer, but it's the piping to put around the fireplace so that he doesn't fall and hit his head or anything like that. So I've had to line the fireplace, the edges on the entertainment system, because he is not only starting to crawl, but he's now starting to pull up on things, and then he loses his balance and he falls down. So I am trying to child-proof the house. Our next step is to just get down on all fours and go through the entire house and then see what's off. I already know that the thing that my printer is on, the legs are really small, and it was a tray table that you kind of use if you're eating sitting at a din, and I stuck the printer on top of it, not thinking about anything. But when I got down there and I pulled on it just a little bit, it almost tipped over. So those are the types of things we're still going to go through. So we're child proofing the house, so we're going to see some more expenses for Bean. Hopefully I have enough in my sinking funds to pay for it out of pocket and cash flow it. But if not, then we may see some things on a credit card, because that is the most important thing that we have to do. All right, I forgot personal. So there was a personal purchase for $16.34, and that's outside of the planner things. So let me write that down. Got that. All right, and then got all the food. Gas is $36.61. Is that it? Oh, that's it. Okay, $36.61 for that. Home is $17 there, and then $23.29. Y'all, the $23.29 is for fish supplies. So my oldest and Bean were invited to a 1-year-old birthday party for a friend of hers, and they went, and it was over the top wonderful. This baby girl had a carnival as her birthday party, and when I tell you a carnival, I mean a full carnival. She had a petting zoo. She had a train that took you around in the neighborhood. They had horses. They had a full ice cream truck, a funnel cake food truck. They had the Minnie Mouse was there. I saw Minnie Mouse. They had a jungle gym on the inside, and they had a jungle gym on the outside. It was just amazing. And their party favors were goldfish. They gave everybody a goldfish. So now I got to keep a goldfish alive. So that's what that $23.29 was for. But they had a good time. Bean, and hopefully Bean and baby girl, who turned 1, will be able to become friends. And he was able to see other kids his age. So it was pretty cool. He enjoyed it and had a good time. All right, and then miscellaneous was the $16.15 that I talked about, and that was for the straws. So I'm going to start here, $36.33. And so that's a total of $393.70 total. Now we're going to go ahead and add these numbers together. And so we have $56.44 plus $201.87. We have $26. We have $40.29 We have 36.61. We have 16.15. And we have 16.34 equals $393.70. So everything is adding up the way that it's supposed to. All right, so I'm going to leave these amounts here, and when we get ready to close out this particular paycheck is when I'll write it in as far as how much we actually spent over here in the corner. And I think that is it. So the allocated amounts are coming out as expected. I still do have a few transactions that we're waiting on to clear, and then outside of that, when we get ready to do the next budget with me, I've already started to work out in the messy budget how things are going to look. So the amount of money that I wanted to allocate for each of the cash envelopes within the bills account, because those are the ones that I'm trying to get a month ahead, and where it looks like I'm still paying for September, and then where I'm already paying for October, and where we can find some more money. So I'm already working this out, and we should be ready to do that in a budget with me pretty soon. Okay, I think that is it. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.